Hello everybody, E here. Welcome back to another book review. I'm back on my National Book Award bubble, and today we are talking about Blackouts by Justin Torres. And thanks to my local library, I was able to get this because ain't no way your boy could afford 30 bucks for this book. Even on Amazon, the hardcover was $30. The paperback, which I don't think is out yet, it might be by the time this video goes live, was also $30 for a pre-order, which was ridiculous. So anyways, I'm glad I will eventually get it when it drops in price and some of the National Book Award stuff, because I believe he won in 2023. It's going to take a couple years for that to die down. He's only has one other book. I say only, this man is an accomplished writer, but only has We the Animals, or We Are Animals, something like that, out before this one. This one's like a decade in the making. I don't know, something like that. And I don't know why I sound like I didn't like this. I absolutely love this book. This is why I'm going through all the National Book Awards winners, because I haven't found one yet that I have not rated 5 stars. Even the old stuff, you already got I think you already got a review for this one. From Here to Eternity by James Jones, also absolutely fantastic. Anyways, so this one it's highly high art. And what I mean by that is you're probably not going to understand if you're just like blazing through it. You're not going to understand some of the themes, some of the allegories, some of the metaphors, so on and so forth. Do not listen to this book. Do not listen to the audiobook. There are pictures all the way throughout. I got to find some PG ones. There is a bunch of nude stuff in here, but you also have stuff like this that ties into the story. The very first thing, as soon as I started noticing how many pictures were in it, I was like, okay, is he skimping on the writing of the book by cheating and putting pictures in here? And that is not what happened at all. But it is mixed media. It is writing with pictures, and they complement each other to form a full picture. If you just look at the pictures by themselves, you get a full picture. If you just read the book and don't look at the pictures, you get a full book. One without the other, or both combined, but together this sends this book straight to the stratosphere. The relationship between Juan Gay and the I believe it's an unnamed narrator. One calls him Nene, N-E-N-E. It's a very Latin-esque book. Latin America. I don't even know if Latinx is still a term, but anyways, it's Cuba and Puerto Rico, that kind of thing is mentioned throughout the book. Those places, not that kind of thing, those places. And I got an interesting view into a culture that I don't read much about, and I want to read more. I am now hungry to read more about these cultures. But the main draw of this book, what the book is about, is this unnamed narrator comes in, goes to this place called the Palace. And the twist at the end of the book on why it's called the Palace floored me. It was one of those things. It's almost like the Fight Club, you know, fasten your seatbelts and make sure that your seat backs are in the upright position kind of thing. It was that scene for me. But I also noticed that if someone wasn't paying attention to certain things that were going on in the book, it could easily go over somebody's head. So pay attention if you're gonna read this one, and do not do the audiobook again. So the relationship between the narrator and Juan was good. I like that, but my favorite part of the story is all of the other stories in it. This is very much like Andrew Davidson's The Gargoyle. Stories within stories, two people talking together and one person telling another person a story. The best parts for me was that Juan would kind of set up the next story by asking the narrator, is like, all right, tell me about your father, but make it hurt. Tell me about your father, or tell me about this scenario, but make it a movie. And then he would tell it like it was a movie. Then he was like, tell me this one, but make it a comedy. So he would make it funny. I loved that stuff. Any writer that can just jump between genres with fluid ease is a goat in my the greatest of all time. That's what I'm saying. Not a goat. I don't want to. Are you saying that Cubans eat goat? What? I don't want to hear any of that. But actually, go ahead. Let's see if any of your comments will get through. Go ahead. Put that stuff down there. But anyways, So I had an immense amount of fun with this book. It was very dark. It had that tonal quality that you're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be listening to this conversation. This is a very private moment between these two people. But what the book is really about is this thing. I'm going to have to read it. I don't want to get it wrong because there are actual books called something like it. Sex Variations, a study of homosexual patterns. So it's all these different studies and experiments and whatnot trying to figure out gay people is literally what it's about. And the author himself is queer. I'm not sure exactly what letter he falls under, but I do know that I believe he's gay. I don't know. But yeah, Justin Torres, I believe he's gay. And there's a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of stuff about how lesbians were treated, queer people, bisexual people, how bisexual people kind of came into being, jokingly. I know they've always been around, but how it was like, oh, we found a new variant kind of thing. Almost like fucking Pokemon is like, gotta catch them all. And I enjoyed that aspect of it, the fictionalized version of a real thing. Because there are books out there called Sex Variant, and then there'd be some other stuff behind it, but this one is especially about the gay community, the queer community as a whole. So everyone's taken care of, everyone's tackled in that whole bubble. Of course, I'm sure that he missed some variants, I guess, but I loved learning about this character and this world and all of these studies and whatnot. Some of it is absolutely traumatic, so if you have any triggers regarding your sexuality, probably don't read this book because it gets very graphic with things that have happened. There's a lot of prostitution. I don't think there's the R word, but some of the stuff was kind of coded to where he didn't want to, but he had to, kind of thing. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you have any of those triggers. Be careful, or don't read the book. Also, if you don't like seeing ding-a-ling, don't read the book because there's a lot of ding-a-ling in this book. Copious amounts of ding-a-ling. If I say ding-a-ling one more time, I'll probably get taken off the channel. So ding-a-ling. Anyways, highly recommend this book if you like books, especially if you like coffee table books like mixed media. But this is not a coffee table book. It's not. But if you like pictures with your words, and you like high art, you like very, very deep literary allusion and allegory and metaphor and similes and all that stuff, if you like that shit, this is your bread and butter. You will absolutely love it. I absolutely loved it. Another 5-star banger from the National Book Award. But have you read Blackouts by Justin Torres? If you have, let me know down there in the doobly-doo what you thought. But until next time, I have been E, you have been you. This has been another National Book Award review. I'll talk to you guys. When will I talk to you guys again? What day did this go up? Anyways, it doesn't matter. Bye!